Hi guys, welcome to the channel, Mountain Tribe Homestead. My name's Amberly. This video we are taking a road trip, and I normally order a lot of my bulk items from Azure Standard, but there is a local store that's not so local to me. It's a little bit of a drive. It's about almost an hour drive. And I'm just gonna head down there. It's just me and the youngest, and we're gonna go down there, and they have some great sales going on right now. So the sales, they have a 5-year anniversary, and since they are having that anniversary celebration today, we're heading down there and grabbing up some sales where we are gonna get some awesome deals that are gonna be actually cheaper than what I have been able to find on Azure Standard. So let's go. All right, so I've got my coffee in hand and we are hitting the road. We're driving about an hour and it's just me and the youngest. The teenagers were spending the day with my parents and Matthew was working. So we took a road trip. This little store that we went to was really neat. This whole entire wall was covered in posters. And they had so many different things there. There was lots of stuff to look at. It did not take little miss very long to find what she was interested in. She went straight to the little selection of dinosaurs, which are her favorite thing right now. She even found a dino mat on the floor. It was a puzzle and it had a plastic mat covering it for protection. It's too bad that the teenagers weren't with me because the oldest loves hot sauce, and they had a great selection of hot sauce and all different types of popcorn. It's quite the selection of popcorn. I went straight for the honey. You can never have enough honey, right? And little miss is grabbing up what she wants, gummy bears. She loves gummy bears. An unexpected purchase was these massive strawberry onions. So I grabbed a handful of those. And we met a sweet family. They set up a table outside of the store and they were selling artisan bread and lemonade. So we sat in the car and enjoyed our lemonade and tried out the bread when we got home. But on their bread, they had a sticker with a YouTube channel and Instagram information. So I'm going to tag them below. Alrighty, so after we loaded up everything we purchased, we hit the road and headed home. And I'm getting ready to go over everything we've got. Alright, so we are back home. We took our little trip and I'm going to go through what I got, okay? Okay, so I've got a 50-pound bag of onions. Now you're probably thinking that is a lot of onions, but I have a lot of plans that I'm going to be doing with onions, with some canning up some things, different things, and I just want to have all of it ready to go so I can just take care of it as I need it. So I got these 50-pound bags. I was planning on ordering a big chunk of onions from Azure Standard, and I don't even know if I'm saying the name of Azure right. It might be Azure or Azure. I've been ordering that from them for a few years now, and I don't even know how to say their name of their company. But anyways, I had my cutoff date for my order for Azure Standard is in 2 days. And so I went to this store and I got some good deals, and I wanted to see what all they were going to have compared to my cutoff date that I was going to have. I already had everything in my cart, and so now that I found a better deal on onions, I'm going to go back in my cart. Since my cutoff date is Monday, I can still edit everything in my cart, and then I'm going to take the onions out of my cart since I found this good deal here. So I got these 50 pounds, and then I got 50 pounds of potatoes, which I had 50 pounds of potatoes in my cart for Azure Standard, but this ended up being a much better deal. So I got 2 things that I'm going to take off my Azure Standard order before Monday, since I found better deals on that. Okay, moving on. I haven't even taken anything out of my car yet, so here we go. I got 2 flats of strawberries. These were 99 cents, but they were 99 cents for each pack, or you could get the whole flat for $5. So I got 2 flats of strawberries, and I'm going to be canning up some of my strawberry pineapple jelly that I make every year. I go and buy strawberries in bulk from local farmers markets when they are in season around here, but I could not pass up this order with I couldn't pass up this price, and the strawberries they're great. So I went ahead and got these because it was such a great price. So I may not need to really buy strawberries in bulk this year for my strawberry pineapple jelly. Maybe. If I do, it definitely won't be as much. All right, check these out. Look how huge these are. These are just for fun purchase. These are strawberry onions, which they were planted near strawberry fields. And so they're supposed to have a different flavor to them. But these things are huge. I've never had strawberry onions before. So these are just for fun. Okay, and then underneath, I got 4 of them. Underneath, I got 9 bags of pears. And again, just like with the strawberries, I typically would purchase these in bulk locally, but because this was such a great deal, I went ahead and got a huge purchase of them. I got 9 bags, which isn't a huge purchase, but it's definitely more than just a couple bags. So I'm gonna make pear sauce with those. And then I got 2 bags of organic oranges because I just like oranges. The whole family does, and they're organic, so that's wonderful. And then here is something that I'm pretty excited about. I had a 3-pound jar of honey in my, it's not focusing. I had a 3-pound jar of honey in my Azure Standard order that I was going to put on my order, but I'm going to take it off because I think this is 5 pounds, and this is around the same price as Azure Standard, but this comes in the 5-pound jar. It's a little bit cheaper. Like, I want to say it's probably almost 30 cents cheaper per pound of honey. So it's a little cheaper, and it is wildflower, which is what I was going to get from Azure Standard, but I decided to go with this because if you look on here, this is from Virginia, which would be considered a lot more local than the honey from Azure Standard. And so that's why I decided to go ahead and grab this guy up. So I'm really excited about this. Plus raw, unfiltered. I'm excited about that. So those were my bulk purchases. We did get these locally made ice cream sandwiches. And I only took the youngest with me, but look at this one. This is the flavor I picked out. Key lime pie. But I got an ice cream sandwich for all of the girls and myself. I just got them regular, the classic, and I got key lime pie. Oh, I got this. I forgot. Butter. This is exciting for me. I love butter. I got these guys just for fun. One's like a spoon and the other's just a scraper. And they're both silicone. I like the words on them, so. And then I have a teenager that's obsessed with popcorn. So I got her and everyone else to try this variety pack of popcorn. It's from Amish country. So there's all different types of popcorn. Mushroom purple, extra large, red, baby white, the 10 pack. And then over here we've got medium yellow, rainbow, see it? Rainbow, ladyfinger, blue, and medium white. I got this for her to try. They had a whole variety in there. So next time we go back, she can pick and choose what she likes best, and we can get those in bulk. If you hear screaming in the background, it's the puppy. So, but that's everything I got. And so this was going to make my Azure Standard order smaller than what I planned, but that's okay because I saved money. I'm still going to put the Azure Standard order in and have stuff to pick up there. And, huh?
Can dogs have a treat?
Yeah, you can give the dogs a treat. Sorry. The 7-year-old was asking me if she could give the dogs a treat. So anyways, as I was saying, this is going to make my Azure Standard order a bit smaller, but that's okay. I don't mind. My drop location for Azure Standard is actually local. I don't have to drive anywhere, so I don't mind if my Azure Standard isn't a big and huge order. Whereas this little store that I went to with all these great deals today, that was a bit of a drive for me. So I was excited that I was able to find all of these items. So that way it made the trip worth it. Driving an hour out there, I got some great prices on this stuff, and it made it worth it for me. So I'm excited. I'm really excited about this. So I'm really excited about the deals I found, and once I get my Azure Standard order, the cutoff date is in 2 days. Once I get that, I'll do an Azure Standard haul of everything I got from there, so you guys can check out what I ordered this time. I order different things every time from Azure Standard, and now that I found this little place, which the farmer that I buy stuff from, a local farmer that I buy meat and things from, she recommended this place. So I'm glad I found out about it because they have awesome deals, and every day they have different sales, and they don't ever know what they're getting on their truck. So this is just really exciting for me. So I will make another video on my Azure Standard haul when I have that picked up, which should be in a couple of weeks. So while we were there, we were actually getting ready to leave. We got there really early so that I could get what I wanted and not have to worry about them running out of stock. So while we were getting ready to leave, there was a little family that was setting up a table, and the little kids were selling lemonade. So they had a lemonade stand, and then they also were selling artisan bread. I love artisan bread. I know how to make it myself, but anytime I see little a little family setting up and the children are selling things, I'm a sucker for buying whatever the heck they're selling, because my kids are little, trying to get in a good spot where the sun's not in my face. My kids are little entrepreneurs, and so when I'm sorry, I'm a mess. When I see little kids selling things, I'm just a sucker and I'm gonna go buy it. So I bought lemonade for me and the 7-year-old, and we bought this bread. And come to find out, they have a YouTube channel. So I'm gonna tag them below. Thanks for the bread. And it smells good. It's not even out of the bag yet, and I can smell how amazing it is. But I had a little chat with the dad, because by the time I went back and talked to them, the mom was already upstairs. So I'm gonna tag them below, and you guys should go check them out. They're such a sweet family and they have a great story. So awesome. I almost forgot. Check these out. So on one of my last videos where I went on a trip with my parents, and we went in the Jeep and we went into a lot of the remote locations, I lost my gloves. So in the store I went into today, the youngest and I found these gloves, and they're so soft. So I got new gloves. Yay! Also, check out my earmuffs. They're big and huge. One of my best friends showed up to my house wearing earmuffs, so now I'm an earmuff girl. All right, I got everything unloaded. I got stuff in the house that needs to go in the house, and I got this stuff that I need to take under the house. But you know what? I'm just gonna wait for Matthew to get home so he can walk on the porch and say, "Holy moly, that's a lot of potatoes and onions." So I went ahead and did the math on the savings that I had, and I did it on just 4 of the products. So the honey that I showed you, which would have been the same, they were both wildflower honey, they were both raw, and they're both unfiltered. So the honey with Azure Standard price would have been $7.81 a pound. And at the little general store I went to, it ended up being $6.99 a pound. And so I got 5 pounds. The potatoes that I had in my cart at Azure Standard was $64.25 for 50 pounds of potatoes. And the potatoes that I got today at the little general store was $19.99 for 50 pounds. $20 for 50 pounds of potatoes. That's a steal. For me, I've never seen that many potatoes at that price. So, and they're good potatoes. And okay, so the onions, yellow onions, I had yellow onions in my cart for Azure Standard. They are $67 for, or I can't really read my handwriting. So it's $67 or like $67.50 or something, but $67 for 50 pounds of onions. And then I got the 50 pounds of onions for $29.99. They were both yellow onions. Okay, so pears, which I didn't have in my cart at Azure Standard, but it's one of those things where I know that I'm going to be purchasing pears at some point, and when the pears come into season here, I will buy them in bulk so I can make pear sauce and other various pear products. And I don't know how much those are because it varies year to year. And so I just looked them up on Azure Standard as if I was going to order them this this month, and they came out to $1.92 a pound, which would have been $38.50 for 20 pounds. I got 18 pounds, I didn't get 20 pounds. And so instead of it being $1.92 a pound, I paid $1.49 a pound at $26.91. So the other thing that I want to say is strawberries. I knew that I was going to be purchasing them when I went to this little general store. I did not have strawberries on my list for Azure Standard, but again, it's one of those things where they will be coming into season in the next few months where I live, and the price that I just paid today is way, 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 way cheaper than any price I've ever paid. And they were 99 cents a pack. Or if you bought an entire flat, they were $4.99 a flat. And there's 8 of them in one flat. So when you buy them by the flats, it comes out to 62 cents a pack. So I paid 62 cents a pack for strawberries today. I didn't do the math on the savings, the total amount and the difference, so let me go do that right now, and I'll come back and tell you what the difference is of how much I would have paid, how much I saved. Okay? I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back. I did the math, figured out how much I saved. Are you ready? Hold on. I had to let the four-wheelers drive by because they're loud. Okay. So I got it all written down. So the amount that I saved on the honey, like I said before, when I was showing you in the back of the car, it really wasn't that much of a difference. But, what are you doing? Okay. All right. Somebody brought some trash outside. Okay. So the honey, there wasn't much savings with the honey, but I knew that going into my purchase on the honey. It ended up only being a savings of $4.06. But if you remember what I said, the reason that I decided to go ahead and get the honey today was because it was honey harvested from Virginia, as opposed to, I'm not sure where it's harvested from Azure Standard. I'm sure it's not Virginia. It's probably somewhere out west. So that was $4.06 in savings. Not much. Not worth an hour drive just for $4.06 in savings. But I love that the honey is harvested in Virginia. Okay, so potatoes. So if my potatoes were $64.25 in my cart at Azure, yellow, 50 pounds of yellow potatoes. I got 50 pounds of yellow potatoes today for $19.99. That's a total savings of $44.26 just on potatoes. The onions, the savings for the onions, the yellow onions, was $37.01. The savings for the pears were $11.59. And the strawberries, since I'm not exactly sure how, it's cold out here. I'm not sitting inside because the dogs are loud. I'm not sure how much strawberries would have been if I waited until they were in season around here. So, because the prices change every year depending on if we have bad weather late and the strawberry plants get ruined, blah, 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 or supply and demand. So I can't predict how much the prices are going to be this year where I live when they're in season. So I went ahead and just went on Walmart, on the Walmart website, and looked at, if I went and I bought 16 containers of strawberries at Walmart today, how much would it be? And that's $2.88 for 1 pound of strawberries, which would have been $46.08 for 16. So in savings, strawberry savings is $36.10. So my plans to purchase strawberries are not until later in the year, but because I found such a good deal, I went ahead and made the decision to purchase them earlier in the year. But that means I'm just going to be doing my strawberry jelly and jams and my other canning with strawberries. I'm just going to start that earlier. And depending on how much I get out of the 16 packages, the 16 pounds of strawberries, depending on how much I get out of that, that will let me decide how much I'm going to need to be purchasing in the future. Now, if this store continues to have sales on strawberries like they are, then I'm going to just watch the other sales to just drive on down there and just make plans to maybe do that once a month, just like I have the Azure order once a month. I will just plan on keeping an eye on their sales and see what they have and go down there before my order cutoff, just like I did this time, and then basing my final Azure order off of what sales I found at this little general store. So I guess my advice would be to pay attention to your little local general stores and little markets, because they may not always have the best advertising, so the word of mouth may not be the best for their sales. But if you just search around, you may unexpectedly find an incredible location with tons of great deals that you can really save a lot of money, which is very important currently for a lot of families, finding those good deals and saving money. If you can, buy in bulk, because that is where it's hard to do that, because it is expensive in the beginning. But you don't have to buy everything at once. Start off buying just one thing in bulk, and then the more you buy, the more you save. So start out buying 125 pound of bag of flour or sugar or whatever, and that really will save in the long run with how much you're spending at your trips to the store. And eventually you'll be able to not have to make so many trips to the store. And I guess that's just my little piece of advice in this video. So I don't have the total amount of savings, but let me get the total amount of savings real quick, because that would be really cool to know. Hold on. Okay, I got the total amount of savings. It's $133.02. And I mean, to me, that's totally worth it. The hour drive. I did not spend $133.02 in gas to get there. I'll tell you that right now. It was basically all highway to get there, so I didn't use much gas at all getting there. So in my mind and in my opinion, I think that this trip was a win, and it's totally worth it. So I'm definitely going to continue to keep an eye on this little location in this little store. It's a little small business, so that's exciting that it's a small business that I can support as well. So that's it. That's our trip. If you want to learn more about Azure Standard and what the company's about, and if you want to see if there's a drop location near you, and browse around on their categories of things they sell. They sell a massive amount of things. It's not limited to food. They sell lots of, I get laundry detergent and dish soap from them. I'm sorry I say a lot. It's just something I do. I just said it again. So I will post that link below in the description if you would like to check them out. I will get a little bit of money towards my purchase. It's not really much at all for anyone that I refer, so it would help out if you did make sure that when you order you use my link. It's not the biggest amount of money that they'll give you for referrals, but I guess that's it for this video. Thanks for tagging along, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time, friends. Bye.